Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is about the top 5 products that I found super useful while having 2 kids under 2. But if you're new here, please hit subscribe and you can follow us. We post 2 videos a week about parenting, wedding planning, toddler crafting is coming up, and a little bit about my gift boxes that I have over on my Mothering Heights website. But today's video is about the top 5 products that I really couldn't have done without while having 2 kids under 2. Rupert has just turned 2 last month, but when Percy was born back in October, he was 19 months old, which is a really frustrating time for them anyway, because they're trying to start to communicate a little bit more but can't kind of tell you what they want. But throw a baby brother into the mix and things can get a bit too much for them. So my first product that I actually have and I really want to share with you is, it was never recommended to me, and my boyfriend works in a retail store and he saw it and he thought, oh, I'll bring it back because you use these, where have I put it? You use these for toddlers, I think, when they're trying to brush their teeth. Rupert still can't reach the sink with his, but he just wanders around cleaning his teeth anyway. But this I use a little bit differently. This step, and I have 2 of them. I have one by my sofa and one by my bed. My bed is really high up. And when Rupert was 19 months old, he couldn't quite climb onto the sofa, and he still can't climb onto my bed, which was a nightmare when you're trying to feed a newborn. And I'll be honest, I struggled for about 4 weeks feeding Percy on the sofa, and Rupert screaming and crying because he wanted to get up. And that's when Patrick found this. And this is brilliant. So we have one by the sofa and one by the bed, and we've taught Rupert to just use his step to climb up, and it saves so many tears. They're a couple of quid, guys. I really recommend if you're about to have 2 under 2. I know it sounds really silly and something you wouldn't think of, and I didn't think about until Percy was here. But a step by your bed or the sofa or anywhere that you're going to be that your toddler's going to want to access, because they will do. If I'm feeding Percy and I'm on my bed, Rupert has to be there. He wants to be involved, and if you're middling the bottle and he can't get up, he gets really stressed. So take away that stress for the toddler and for you, and get yourself a step. The second product that I've got was recommended to me. I had this bath for Rue. You've probably seen it, everyone's probably got one. And Rupert had his baths in here for quite a long time. I also have a top and tail, because when I have a newborn I like to just wash them top and tail first before they have a proper bath with cotton wool. But I was ending up bathing 2 baths a night. So I was bathing Rupert and then I was bathing Percy, and you just don't get a night, and it's really important when you've got 2 under 2 to kind of have that time. So a friend of mine said to me, Jan, what are you doing? Get one of these. And it's the Angel Care Pop in the Bath support. I really wish I'd had it on Rupert. These are brilliant. It meant straight away that even from a newborn, Percy could get in the bath with Rue and I could bath the boys at the same time, which was giving me at least a half hour back to myself in the evening. And it's actually really enjoyable for both the boys. Percy can sit in the bath and see his big brother, and now Percy's a bit bigger. He's 5 months old now. Rupert can get really involved with Percy in the bath. So product number 2 is one of these. I think they're about £24.99 in Argos. I think, I'm not sure, I'll find out and I'll pop the link below, but really worth getting. Number 3, my product number 3 is something that we were given as second hand when we had Rupert, and it's a Poddle Pod. There's loads of these about. You can get sleepy heads, but we use the Poddle Pod. This is actually the one I bought for Percy, because Rue's we then passed on to my brother-in-law. But I bought this one. We didn't know if Percy was a boy or girl, so I bought the neutral one, and this is meant to go up to 6 months, and this has been a godsend, because when you're going to family members' houses, you're just going somewhere and you don't necessarily want to carry in the big pram with the carry cot, but you need somewhere for baby to go. The Poddle Pod is the saviour, because you don't want to lay baby on just the floor, newborn on the floor. You know, they're safe and secure, and it can go anywhere. It can go on the worktop, it can go on the table, although they won't recommend that, but as long as they're safe and you've got an eye on them, they're absolutely fine. In fact, I'm going to buy, you can get with the Poddle Pod the 6 months to 3 years. I have no idea how good it's going to be, but Percy's huge, he's outgrown this, so I am going to invest in that because we still use it. Percy doesn't like to sleep by himself at the moment, so in the evenings he's on the Poddle Pod and he's downstairs on the sofa with us. My fourth product was recommended to me by health visitors, friends, family, anybody that's gone through 2 under 2, and they were dollies. And I'm sure if you're about to have 2 under 2, this topic has come up. I'm going to be honest with you guys, at 19 months old, dollies didn't work for us. I bought them really praying that they were going to change everything, and that when I could feed Percy, Rupert could feed his dollies, and it did work. Rupert would feed the babies, but not for very long. The novelty kind of wore off really quickly and he was fed up with them. So I'm really sorry, that's a bit of a negative one, but they didn't work at 19 months old. However, the silver lining is that he's now just turned 2, and Rupert loves his dollies. He now feeds them, he wins them, he'll change them, and lately he's got to, because he watches me, and they do watch you and they do copy you, he will rock his babies and he'll shh, 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 and he'll tell you to be quiet. So maybe for kiddies that are a little bit older when their brother and sister comes along, these are perfect, but at 19 months old, these really didn't work for me. My fifth product is something that I can't show you in here. I'll have to go outside to show you, but I'll tell you a little bit about it first. I had with Rupert the Silver Cross Eton Grey edition 2016. I loved it, my favourite pram ever, and the thought of having to get rid of it for a double buggy, I just couldn't comprehend. People at playgroups were going to me, oh, what double buggy are you getting? What new pram are you having? Because every mum likes to talk prams. However, I just wasn't into it. I loved my pram and I didn't want to get rid of it. But at 19 months old, Rupert wasn't ready for a sort of ride along buggy board. It was never going to happen. And when I was leaving playgroup one day, I saw a friend of mine who just had a little boy and has an older boy as well, with a sit-on buggy board, and I thought it was brilliant. To be honest, I was in hysterics because they look hilarious, but I thought I have to look into those, and I did a lot of research and I found one. They're about £125.99, but they are worth their weight in gold. So I've got one that goes on the Silver Cross. I didn't know if it went on the Silver Cross. I had to email the company and say, hi guys, does this work with my pram? And they said to me, we think it does, try it on the carpet, and if it doesn't fit, send it back. Brilliant. So we got it, and I'm going to go and show you guys now our buggy board. Here's my beloved pram. Percy's now out of the carry cot, he's so big, and into the next stage one. But as you can see, Rupert's buggy board is now attached, and I think it's the Mego 4 wheels, but I'll check and I'll link it below because it is fab, guys. And the lights actually at the bottom, the wheels and the lights light up. I'll show you a bit later in the video a clip of Rupert on it with the lights going crazy, but he loves it. He can drive his big brother with the steering wheel, and it keeps him entertained, and he can sit on it, and he's really happy with it. How cool is that buggy board? When we first started using it around Neyland, it had so many remarks. People thought it was lovely, people would wave, and Rupert would be driving it, beep beep, and waving. So I just want to show you now a couple of clips that I've got of the boys using their products, so you can see how really useful these 5 products are.
Ruby likes that.
Yay! Is baby sleeping?
Hey.
I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and I hope if you're having 2 under 2, this has maybe helped you, inspired you to look at a couple of products that I've mentioned. But for now, from me and these 2, it's goodbye, and we'll see you on our next video. Bye guys!